Hello, I'm Sarah, an account manager with Everyset, and today I will be showing you around our platform. Everyset is a full-service digital voucher platform which provides background casting, assistant directors, and production accounting teams the systems and tools needed to make background payroll a faster, simpler, and more streamlined process, especially when partnered with media services payroll. As an account manager, I work closely with each team to get them fully trained on the platform before production starts, and I'm available throughout the entire project to help with any questions that each team might have. Today, I will be showing you a brief demonstration of each part of our platform and how they all work together along with media services payroll to provide a seamless background payroll experience. Let's jump in. This is what a project will look like on the Everyset platform. Over here on your left-hand side, you have your main menu. Today, we'll be going over the casting, AD team, and accounting tabs. That's where each team will work out of, depending on their role. I'll also briefly go over the Start Work tab, where you can find and download background Start Work documents, and the Reports tab, where you can find both an extras breakdown and an extras report, which are automatically generated by the platform. Each project will open on this overview page, which, as the name implies, is a place where you can get an overview of where the project's at any given moment. So for the AD team, this might mean any tasks they have outstanding, like I-9s they need to verify or vouchers they need to send. And for the accounting team, it might mean any vouchers that they still need to approve. What's also handy on this page is that it will track the total hot costs in the project. So you don't have to download a report or even add anything together. The hot costs for every voucher in the whole project will just generate right here on this first page. We'll begin in the casting tab. This is the first step of the process. This is where background casting onboards all of the background for their workdays. We have many different ways to onboard depending on what each casting director prefers, or even the type of day of background you're having. For example, if you're having a smaller day of background, you can onboard one by one. Or we have the option to import a spreadsheet. So if you have a larger day of background, or even if casting prefers to work out of a spreadsheet, they can fill out their spreadsheet with multiple roles, multiple role types, and then drag and drop that spreadsheet back here to onboard everyone for the entire day all at once. And again, that's a really great option for a huge day of background. You can onboard hundreds and hundreds of background all at the same time. After the background are onboarded for the day, that's what creates the digital voucher that the AD team and the accounting teams then work off of. And it's also what sends the background their automatic email to register for the platform if they haven't already, as well as to complete their digital start work. We also have a dedicated background support team. So if any background are having problems registering or submitting their start work, casting does not have to help them. They can send them straight to our dedicated support team. They're really great at getting people on the phone and talking them through the whole process and making sure that they're not having any issues so that everyone can be paid on time. Additionally, what's also helpful for teams is that our background support team will be in charge of chasing all stragglers on the project. So they check each project every day for anyone who is behind on their start work, and they'll reach out to them directly, make sure that they're not having any problems, again, so that everyone can get paid on time. Our support team's hard work is a large part of the reason why we are able to wrap so many of our projects with few to zero stragglers. Now we'll move on to the second step in the process, which is the AD team tab. This is where the AD team will come in to fill out and send all the vouchers. There are a ton of features on this page because this page has everything an AD could possibly need to manage a day of background. They can check people in on this page and verify I-9s right here. And when they pull up this PDF, they'll also be able to view the photo ID that the background actor attached as well. And then from here, they can verify the I-9 if it looks correct, or reject it if it looks incorrect. ADs can add any times needed, like call time, meal time, and wrap time, as well as NDB and grace for any SAD projects. Anything that's required, like meal penalties or night premiums, will be automatically calculated and added based on the times that are input. ADs can also add bumps and adjustments. We have all of the major bump types listed per SAG, along with their union rate. This is all totally customizable as well. Anything that per SAG would be an adjustment, so added to their base pay rate, like wet work or smoke work, will automatically be added to their base pay. And ADs can also create custom bumps by just typing the name of whatever bump they need to add if it's not in our list. And then once they set the rate for that bump, they can add it right to their voucher. After the vouchers are sent for the day, the ADs can unlock to make changes. If they notice they input a time wrong or need to add an extra bump to someone, they can unlock to make that change themselves. After the vouchers are sent out, the background can sign or dispute them. If the background do dispute, the ADs can handle those disputes directly here on the platform. They can view the reason for dispute here on this page, make any changes if needed, or if the background is incorrect, they can make no changes at all, leave a note explaining why, and then send it back. ADs can flag their no-shows and their cancels, and they can also send people day rates or canceled with pay rates, which would be their guaranteed straight rate. And this is cool for SAG projects. If any SAG background requests paper vouchers or start work on set, like they're always allowed to do, the ADs would then still fill out and send their voucher as normal, but they would flag them as paper. That way the background won't get notified to submit their start work or sign their voucher since they did it on set. But now this voucher will be included in the breakdown and in the hot cost reporting. And the ADs can view their breakdown right from this page. Our breakdown is live updating, so they don't have to send all the vouchers out before being able to see the breakdown. A lot of our AD teams use our automatically generating breakdown to double check their day before sending out their vouchers. It's a really handy way for them to make sure they didn't miss anything, everything looks correct before sending the vouchers out to the background and to the accounting team. This is generally what the breakdown will look like. You can expand each row to see the names of the background. And it's also totally customizable using the show hide dropdown. So we can add or remove any columns as needed. For example, if we had NDB on this day, we could add that column. This can be exported both as a PDF and as a CSV spreadsheet. And it can be sent as an email directly from the platform. Once all the vouchers are sent out for the day, we can move on to the third step in the process, which is the accounting tab. After the ADs have sent all the vouchers, they will populate here in this tab. Accounting teams always know when there are vouchers ready for approval because they can use this little red dot here, as well as this drop down at the top, which will show them the exact dates that have time cards ready for approval. There are a couple ways to view the vouchers on this page. You can click this little caret here on the left-hand side to get a broken out view like this, where you can see the times that the ADs have input, the background's rate, any overtime they might be receiving, adjustments and allowances will show up here as well as custom bumps. Or you can go over here to the eye icon to pull up this PDF that looks a little bit more like a paper voucher. That can then be downloaded or printed. If you need to have all your vouchers downloaded per day, you can do so by selecting them and going to Actions and Download. And this will send you a zip file of those PDFs that look more like paper vouchers straight to your email or anyone else's email who needs it. So that can be handy if you just prefer to view the vouchers that way. On this page, we can also track background start work, if they've started it or not started it, or whether they're in progress with it, as well as their signature status, so whether or not they've signed their time card yet. As you can see, that won't hold up the accounting team from approving the vouchers. So if the pay rate looks correct and if the gross total looks correct, nobody's making an insane amount of overtime, the accounting team is more than welcome to sign off on vouchers before even the background have signed them, which we do always suggest because once those stragglers do submit their start work and sign their voucher, we can push everything through to payroll a little bit faster if it's already been signed by the accounting team. And in terms of signatures, it's very easy. You just select those that you're ready to approve, go up to the Approve button. This will have your name when you're signed into your account. We hit Approve here, and now we see they switch to green and signed. And they'll also filter down to the bottom, so any vouchers that are still in progress for approval will filter to the top. That is essentially all the accounting teams need to worry about on the platform. After the vouchers have all been signed by accounting and by the background, and once the background have completed their payroll necessary start work, our payroll team will come in to push everything through to payroll. We have a customized export set up for media services, so it is super easy, super fast to get all the vouchers and all the start work sent over to them for payroll. And then the final step in the process is that your media services paymaster will send you your final edit directly. So again, in terms of features for accountants, pretty simple, but there are a couple cool options that I want to go over here, including this coding button right here. Here we can add or edit background coding. So if you have any coding that you need to apply to your background vouchers, we can do so. We can do so for a variety of different pay items, which you can see here. And then we have any codes you might need. So account code, set, tax, fringe, episode, and location codes, as well as 3 free fields. Those are always editable throughout the entirety of the project. Another cool feature on this page is the option to bulk download. So if we go here to actions, you'll see this bulk download feature. Here's where we can download vouchers for multiple days. We can do a few days at a time, or even just all project dates. So if at the end of the project, you need to have all of your vouchers downloaded, this is a super easy, super fast way to do so. It will do the same thing where it sends you a zip file of all those PDFs straight to your email and anyone else's email who needs it. We can do the same with background start work from the Start Work tab. So we can do this by employee or by document. If we want to download all of Bethany's start work, we can do so by selecting her, going to actions. Download merged will send you one PDF with all her completed start work. Separately will be separate PDFs. Or we can switch to document view. So for example, if we want to come in and download all of our I-9s, we can do so right here from this page. Now, the last thing I want to go over in this demo is the reports tab. Here's where you can find the extras breakdown, which we already went over in the AD team tab. But we can look at the extras report. The report will look pretty similar to the breakdown, except it's going to include your hot costs for the day, which you can see here at the top. We can add fringes per day, or we can set default fringes. But otherwise, the report will look very similar to the breakdown, as you can see. You can still expand to see all the names of the background who worked that day. This can be totally customized using the show hide dropdown. So let's say the reverse, let's say we didn't have NDB on this day and we wanted to remove that column. And now the report is a little bit more condensed for us. Again, this can be exported both as a PDF and as a CSV spreadsheet and sent as an email directly from the platform. And there's one cool thing that's a little different about the report. If you go here to the calendar, we can select all days. Now this is going to load your extras report for all days in the entire project. So you can see your hot costs for every single day. We can, of course, always see just the total hot costs on the overview tab like we went over earlier. But if you need a more detailed, more broken out view like on the report, you can do so right from this page for the entire project. It's a very easy and fast way to download all of that information. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions at all, or if you'd like to set up a personal one-on-one demo, please reach out to our sales team. They can be reached at sales@everyset.com. And again, thank you for watching, and I hope to be working with you in the future.